Hi, so we are going to be creating a stained glass fish. You're going to get to choose from one of our fishes that we have out of our Rollico Tropical Fish stained glass frames. And then we also have our stained glass craft paper. Okay, so you'll get to pick one of our fishes. And it's also kind of a, you get what you get, you don't throw a fit type thing. The choices are from what we have, so some people will, get some of the ones they want, and some people will get a fish. They're all really cool fishes. So they'll come kind of like this. Here's one of the little fishes. And here's like an angelfish. I don't know what type of fish that is, but there's several different, like this is a stingray. This is like a Finding Nemo fish. And we might end up doing that one as our example, okay? So, when you get your fish, the first thing you want to do is you want to pop out your edges. So we have our fish shape, and we have our little inside pieces. We're going to pop those out. We want to be gentle so we're not rough with it. So here's all these little pieces you can throw in the collage box or in the trash. Okay, so here's the front of our fish. So the black is the front side. So everywhere we glue will be on the white side. White side is the back, front is the black. On the white side, you're going to want to write your name on the frame. Okay. Now we have our stained glass paper. This is very thin paper that you kind of has the stained glass texture, and you can kind of see through it, so it will let light through. And it's gonna have some different colors to choose from. They're all kind of wavy, and they have a glass effect to them. Okay, so when you get your paper, you don't want to just draw your shape in the middle. You want to always draw your shape where it is going to be on the corner. So we're not cutting in the middle, we're cutting in the corner to save. So I have one of my colors. I'm going to place it here. So what I do, I'm taking and I'm tracing where that shape is. See, I've traced that shape. So now I have that shape. I don't want to cut out where it is exactly that shape. This is where people mess up. If you cut it out exactly this side, it's gonna fall all the way through. So what we do is we cut where it is at least an inch around it. So I have my little shape, and let me get so you can see my lines better. Remember, you're using a pencil, but if you want to see where I've done my lines, so I have my shape, that's the exact shape right there, but I want to go bigger than that shape, okay? So if you look at it, it's bigger than the shape. When people make it where it's the exact size, then they start to get frustrated with it. So when I'm cutting out, I'm cutting it out like okay? So then I have my exact shape, and I'm gonna kind of clean off these marks if I can. So it's back to that color. And then, so I have that piece, and I can just glue that down, okay? If I don't want the eye to be the same, I can kind of trim a little bit to where when we look at it and it's placed on to this one section, it is going to be bigger than this. And we're always gluing onto the white. So we take our glue stick, we twist it up just a little bit, we put the glue on the white. I place the color down, and then any extra you just trim. So now I have this on there, and when we look here, you can see that color, okay? So when you do look at these, I'll pick a lighter one, you'll notice that it has a side that's a little bit more dull and a side that's more the front. So you can take it and get the side that's your color piece. Remember, we're going in the corner. I trace where that shape is, and I don't want to cut on the line. I cut it to where it is bigger than my line shape. Notice it is bigger than the shape that I traced. So I've given myself at least a 1/4 of an inch going around. That way, when I take to here, I can put my glue, not on the tissue paper, but on the white of the fish, and place it down, matching it up. And notice I cut it from the corner, so I'm not wasting my stained glass paper. And any parts that start to kind of peel up, you can just take, add a little bit more glue, and stick them down. So I have that. I might add another one on the side. So remember, here's the dull side, here's the pretty side. Place it here. I trace. So that's the exact shape. I don't want it to be the exact shape. I want it to be bigger than my exact shape. So I'm not cutting on my shape line. You see that? I'm cutting at least a 1/2 inch away from it. And then on the white side, I can take and put my glue and stick it down. I have some little extra pieces, so I can take, see this piece right here, put a little glue around where the eye is, place that there. Oops. I'm gonna trim that. So now I have these, and I can pick another color. Go with one of the reds. Always want to go to where it's close to the corner, not sticking it in the middle, close to the corner. we're not wasting. I trace my shape. And when I look at that shape, I want it to be bigger than my pencil line. Okay, so I have it bigger than the pencil line. And I flip it to the white side. I add glue on the white of the paper. I place it here, matching up the pencil lines. And I'm almost done. I just got 4 more holes to add some color to. I get some red. So I go to the corner, not the middle. I trace my line, and then I'm cutting bigger than the shape. I can cut it kind of like a square. See, there's my little triangle in the inside. So you can kind of see that triangle, and it is bigger than the actual shape. And I place here. Put the triangle, matching it. I glue it down. I'm going to take right here. And most of the time I cut it like a rectangle, so it's going to give me a lot of space going around my little half shape. And then I put her glue and match. And it's okay if you have glue coming off right here, because we're going to just put it on the drying rack so it won't stick. So, still taking my paper, going at the very edge. Tracing my shape. And even trace this one right here. You want to try to keep your black part as pretty as possible, because this is the side that shows. So now I have where my lines are, and I have where it's sketched out. Notice I still have a lot of the paper because I've started from the sides. And then I put my glue on the white part. I match the shape. My glue on the white part, and then I match my shape. If I have any little excesses, I just trim the little excesses. So here's what the back looks like. The back's not that pretty. And when we flip it over, it looks like this. And it has this little U shape right here. And that's so you can take with a pipe cleaner. So then it can hang in the window. you could see the light coming through with the stained glass colors on the fish. Our icons for this project are I can learn about stained glass. I can learn about contrast. I will learn about stained glass and how it reflects light. I will learn about emphasis by creating a stained glass fish.